If it is perfect,
Perfect and ever-changing.
if it is already perfect, then when you say it's expanding,
Well, that's the problem with the word perfect. It implies no need for anything more, and nothing will cease to be. So when we say it's perfect in the sense that it is the perfect environment for the allowance of more, then more, 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 more. That's the mantra of the universe. That's what we are all about. We are eternal, and we know it. And the prize that we are all reaching for is joy. And the non-physical aspect of you has found it and lives it and exudes it and breathes it and speaks it and extends it and projects it and is it. And it's up to you to find some way to hook up with that. But most humans, you are not alone in this. Most humans are finding something about life that they don't like, that they are using as their excuse to push against, and therefore deprive themselves of the alignment that would give them the joy that they're reaching for. And they're explaining that I can't be joyful because I can't stop this from happening. And we say, it's not your right to stop anything from happening, but it is your right to find alignment with what you desire. And when you do, that's what the universe will yield to you. Isn't it a perfect world when everyone gets to create what they are a vibrational match to? Isn't that perfect? And isn't it even more perfect when you are consciously, deliberately holding your vibrations in order to make sure that you're in sync with all that you've become? And watch in the next few days. Many animals will reveal themselves to you. They'll come forward to express to you their well-being. Jerry and Esther were in the Seaside State Park in Virginia Beach several years ago. And as they went into this, it reminded them, it looked like the place where Star Wars must have been filmed, that scene with all of the drooping trees and the aircraft coming up out of the swamp. That's what a good part of this place looked like. And as they walked in, it was silent. Jerry and Esther always found a time when most people weren't there to go places. And so they pretty much had the place to themselves. And as they walked in, it was silent. It was as if no one was there. It was like not a creature on the planet was anywhere near where they were. So they just walked in and were basking and loving and enjoying. And then soon the forest began to come alive as the inhabitants of the forest understood the energy of Jerry and Esther. And suddenly there were creatures everywhere, crawling across things and flying by and moving around. It was remarkable to witness such a change in such a short period of time. And then they came to the ranger station. And in the ranger station, there were pictures on the wall. And there was a beautiful picture of a silver fox. And Esther said to the ranger, "Are we going to see him?" And he said, "No." Notice the caption. It said, "Elusive silver gray fox." He said, "I've been here for 15 years. I have never seen the elusive silver gray fox." So Jerry and Esther wandered down the trail, and there the fox came. And he stood right in the intersection. They were going this way. He came across a trail going this way, and he stopped, moving along, stopped, looked at them, sort of nodded at them just a little bit, looked back, looked at them again, and then off he went. And Jerry said, "So much for elusive." Then they came around. Esther wanted to use the restroom, so she went in and came out, and now she's waiting for Jerry. And as she's standing there, Jerry says, "Esther, I want you to just stand still. Don't do anything abrupt or sudden. But I think you're going to enjoy something. Just look down." And as Esther looked, she was on a wooden walkway. And as she looked down, the wooden walkway was only 6 inches off the dirt. There is a copperhead snake, all stretched out, sunning himself, enjoying the day. And Esther said, "Should I be afraid of him?" Jerry said, "No, he is one of the most venomous snakes." Jerry said, "But he's not interested in you. Just back up. Just back up. Just back up." So they went back to the ranger station. And Jerry said, "We saw the copperhead snake." And the ranger said, "We don't have any copperhead snakes." And Jerry said, "You do now." So what we're getting at is, there are vibrational conversations that are happening among all of you. And we want you to know for sure, because we know it for sure, that the conversation that the animals are wanting to present to you is that all is well. Nothing is going wrong. This is as we knew it would be. It is as we perpetuate it to be. All is really well. But we're not trying to talk you into doing anything. You just live your life and we'll just live ours. And you see, the thing that the copperhead snake and the elusive silver gray fox know, they just don't get in everybody's face. They just be who they are. They just be who they are and live happily ever after. And they don't try to be understood. That snake doesn't want to bite anybody. He will if you give him a hard time. He doesn't want to bite anybody. He's just living happily ever after. And we want you to understand that it is true no matter what circumstance you might want to bring and have a conversation with us about. We're going to tell you the same thing. They are living happily ever after, no matter what belief system you've decided to impose over their life, which is really not any of your business. Enough?
Yeah.
Really good. Really, really good conversation. Yeah. Yeah.